It's time for the Giz Wiz with Matt's maddest writer, Dick Bartolo. This is episode 1924, recorded Thursday, February 23rd, 2023. 18 years, still Dunb. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, this is the first episode starting off year 18 of the Giz Wiz. We have our final, absolute final CES gadget. I have the last of my fire gadgets. We have a quickie. What the heck is it all next on the Giz Wiz?
It's the same show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
Now, and here he is, your flock of gadgets, Dick Bartolo. How you doing, Dickie D?
I'm doing good and going to show off. You know how hard it is to find those 2023 glasses.
Oh, yeah?
It is almost impossible to find 18-year anniversary glasses. But I have found them.
Wow! That's
Yes.
impressive. I had
And
gotten a drink ready.
Da-dan, me
Oh, there you go.
too. Da-dan.
Yours is fancier than mine. Mine's just beer.
Oh, that's okay. Mine is, bottled yesterday. Oh, this is good. Okay.
It's a very young...
Chat room, patrons, thank you all for somehow getting us to year 18 of the Giz Wiz show.
That is insane.
It's something.
That is absolutely crazy. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for our dedicated fans, the patrons, the people who donate on PayPal.
Oh my God.
Everyone in the chat room.
It's amazing.
The people who have sent in their videos, all the crappy corn, all the Gadget Warehouse.
Yeah. Well, we should look back because Sims to Rachel sent in a link to your very first show as the host of Giz Wiz.
I have it here.
Okay.
This is
You can go almost to 58 seconds because there's a commercial in there.
Right. Boop. There we go. Well, guys, we got rid of Leo finally. Time for the Giz Wiz!
It's the same dumb show with
And we didn't even have your name by then. Listen.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
A little disappointed already.
Oh, I need to go back and see that. Here we are.
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D
And OMG Chad. I forgot about that.
Time for the Giz Wiz because
I forgot about that.
got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
No, Dickie D, how are you doing?
Chad, here we are, the first show. A little disappointed already. You know, you're such a taskmaster. I couldn't believe with that. Hey, guys, can you focus this camera? I'm the Giz Wiz.
Always a diva. Never not a diva, you know. Got to get that. It's funny, the set. I think our set looks better. Oh, look at that.
I think so. I think so.
That is crazy. Look at that date. January 3rd, 2014.
Yeah, so you'll be, after we pass next Christmas, you'll be into year 10.
10!
It's unbelievable.
That is crazy. 10 years.
Pretty
That is
freaking
crazy.
amazing.
That is awesome.
How is your other life going as a
We are
person
on
who...
day 37 of the 24 hours live stream. I think we are up to 42 days. So I still have 5 days of streaming until we're at the current end, And who knows if that's the end? I have no idea if that's the end or not.
Gosh.
I might. Now, the world record, I think, is 445 days. So I'm nowhere close to the world record. 445 days. And I think that person is currently streaming. So every day it goes up.
Oh, you cannot catch up.
I can't catch up unless they stop.
Okay.
Yeah. And, yeah, that's... I don't know what to say at this point about that stream. It's the stream that never ends. It's the stream that never ends. Yeah. Chad started streaming it, not knowing what it was.
Wow.
Yeah. But man, 18 years on the Giz Wiz. Cheers to that. That is awesome.
Yes, sir. And thank you. And no matter how many days you do, just keep doing this show so that we can one day say, and now year 50.
Oh, man. That is
of the Giz Wiz.
Really impressive. 18 years at anything consistent. I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah. Well, I've done a lot of things for a long time. I did my monthly boating column for 42 years. I've been in every issue of Mad for 52 years. This is 18 years. I was 18 years doing game shows with Goodson Todman. Yeah.
You're loyal. You stick around.
I'm loyal. And I worked a lot. I remember somebody saying to me, how could you have a 50-foot houseboat? And I said, well, I work 7 days a week out about 4 jobs. And they said, well, I'm not giving up weekends and I can't work nights. And
you said, that's why you don't own a house.
I was going to say, then you're not going to have a 50-foot houseboat.
That's amazing.
Anyway.
That's awesome.
Well,
that houseboat, I sometimes I do daydream about how incredible that houseboat must have been in its heyday. A 50-foot houseboat that was just a disco.
Yeah, it was. It was
That's
great.
Gotta be
it was great.
Epic.
Yeah,
epic all the time.
The guy who did the work on it, he could do anything. And I remember when I first told, his name is Bob Kyler. When I first told him about it, I said, Bob, I want to convert the houseboat into a disco. And he said, oh, okay. And I said, and I want the main floor to slowly lower down so that we have almost a 2-story ceiling for the mirrored balls. And he goes, oh my God. He said, you know what? We're going to have the floor start coming in as it goes down because, the hull is like, and I said, well, that part I'm kidding about. I said, but he was literally thinking.
He was like, okay, time to engineer this. The hull goes in, so we're either. That is awesome.
No, it was
awesome.
fun. It was great.
You must have had regulars like, oh, where are you gonna? We're gonna go to the houseboat.
all the mad people, all the New Year's Eve parties, and back in those days, I had Mad Day for the staff, and we would, it was crazy. I had 3 boats at one time. And so I would have 2 of my friends who were captains, at least drove boats. And we'd bring everybody in and take them for rides. And then we would order one of those 6-foot hero sandwiches. And it was like my
Would
way
y'all
to
tether up? Would you get all the boats out there and then lash them together?
No. The houseboat rarely left the dock. Getting the houseboat, it ran, but getting the houseboat underway, it was no easy task.
Right. I assume there was a lot to disconnect also. You had all the power.
Absolutely. And then also houseboats have a lot of wind area.
Right.
So if it's windy and you're trying to dock, you have a 50-foot houseboat that's 15 feet wide and the slip is only 18 feet wide. And you're also fighting tides that can be 7 to 8 knots in either direction. That is a
You have to read the
Fearsome.
future, I feel like, in order
yes,
to
exactly.
drive that. You have to
Yes, exactly.
you have to know
exactly.
where the wind might be blowing before you move.
Yes. Before you end up with the boat on. And the funny thing is, a lot of people down the marina lived there, and so really didn't use their boats much. And I remember one person, after years, took their houseboat out, and they came crashing and hitting pilings and bouncing.
They didn't know how to drive
and-
it. They had never
right,
driven it. So
and
they
then when
didn't
it
even
finally
know.
stopped, they went over and said, "That was great, Vinny. That was great."
Oh
Thinking,
my gosh.
I could never get my houseboat that close to the slip where 8 people could pull it in.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Anyway,
And was the houseboat a just like it was just fun, or was it like, hey, I can get more real estate in New York if I'm using a 50-foot houseboat? It's like, was it ever
No, I always wanted
space?
to have my own office. So before I had Disneyland, I thought I'm going to have an office on a boat, and I called the company. And back then I was also writing for another magazine called Houseboating Magazine. And I called the company and said, I want to buy your 50-foot houseboat, but I want to use it as an office. And they said, I said, can I come to the factory? Which I did. And I may have mentioned this before, is you should overtip at the beginning. So when I went down, yes, okay. So I gave each guy $100 and a bottle of high-end champagne, and they just put the plans on the table and said, "Make the rooms the way you want them." So, it was inspirational too. If you couldn't think of anything, just sit and look out the back window and watch tugs go by. It was like having a house on the water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great fun.
I'd always wondered if it was almost like a New York space issue. Is like, I could either have a dance floor in an apartment, or
yeah. Well,
I could get this houseboat that just lives on the water, and all of a sudden I have all this space.
Well, it was partly that I loved discos, but I don't smoke. And I'm not particularly fond of the smell of marijuana.
Right.
And back then, if you went to Studio 54 or any of those places, you had both. And I thought, if I could have a disco with no smoke outside of my 2 fog machines, that would be a thing. So that's what I did.
That's great. That's awesome. That's very, very
Anyway, it's fun.
cool.
Anyway,
Okay.
should we jump into
Let's
a
jump in.
gadget?
We got a jam-packed show. I love it.
Okay, here it's gadget number 1.
Welcome to Keyboards Are Us. Okay. If you haven't been following the saga of my keyboard, I'll explain what's going on. So this is my Cherry keyboard, and I like this keyboard a lot, but it's huge. And as you can see, there's really very little mouse action here. So I bought, ta-da, let me slide this out of the way. I bought a 66 key keyboard, which is backlit, but for some reason, when we started taping this, the lights went out, and I can't remember the key code for the lights to come on. Okay, so now I have a lot. Look at the room. Look at this from here. That. So I have a ton of room here, but after 2 months, I find out that it's really annoying because, for example, to use the arrow keys, you have to use function. To hit delete, function has to be down and then delete. And I finally got tired of doing that. All right, ta-da! Keyboard 3. Now I think this is called a 60% keyboard, and this is called a 10 keyless keyboard.
Yeah.
And this is more what I wanted because it is basically this keyboard minus the number pad, which I don't need. Okay,
No
it's almost
numpad.
the same size. And the lead key is its own key. The arrow keys are their own keys. So the only thing I'm missing is a devoted number pad. Now I have a lot of room here, okay? So I like this a lot. The Red Dragon has something else that I like a lot that this doesn't have, a cap lock.
Oh.
All right.
A
It is
cap
really
lock
annoying
light.
when you have a keyboard and no cap lock. So the cap lock is right here. I don't know what the other light is. And the lighting was driving me crazy. All right. You can see up here, it does rainbow back and forth, dozens of different rainbows. And I finally just playing with keys. Oh, it's, I read in the reviews, download the software. Someone said, download the software to change the lighting. Someone else said, don't download the software because everything is in Chinese and you won't know what it's doing. I, playing with keys, finally got it to stay in one color, which I like. And so I'm not going to demonstrate all the colors. I bought it with the mouse. And it's strange that the mouse makes it so you can't match the color to the keyboard.
I
With
don't
the
know why they
mouse,
have
you can
different
make
colors
it
on the mouse
single
than the
other
keyboard, but
colors.
they do.
Or you can make, this is what the keyboard does, all right? It does all these colors back and forth. They call it a 60% keyboard. It's not. It's a 10 keyless keyboard, okay? Hardwired. The switches are equivalent to cherry blue. 1,700 reviews, and it got 4 out of 5 stars.
4.7
with-
stars.
I think it was 87% gave it 5 stars. And it's relatively inexpensive, okay? I think it's just about $40 without the mouse, but I figured why not get the mouse and the keyboard together. And it's from Red Dragon. I know that name. I've seen them at shows. And evidently they do an awful lot of shipping the wrong keyboard because at least 3 reviews said, my keyboard only lights up in red. So they either sent them the wrong keyboard or they too, without the software, could not figure out how to change the colors. But this to me now is the perfect solution. I have a lot of room for the mouse and I have everything I need. I have don't have to use the function key.
Right. It's
nearly
not a
so
miniature
much.
keyboard anymore.
Yeah. No, yes, exactly. That other keyboard was
Too small.
very annoying.
Yes. This looks perfect. For
Yeah, now
especially
this company
for what you
makes
want.
a ton of keyboards, so maybe they send the wrong one, but it seems it normally looks like that, and then all those colors wave back and forth. And you would figure, you or Josh would figure
Right.
it out in a minute,
Right.
but
Yeah, this looks great though. This looks exactly when that original video that you made, and I was thinking, he needs a 10 keyless keyboard. It's a normal keyboard just minus the 10 keys.
yes, I didn't know.
Yeah.
You should have said it, because I thought, I cannot live with having to use the function key so much.
Right.
There's got to
Right.
be something
only-
between the big one and that one.
The only reason that I know about that is because of Twit in reviewing, keyboards, is they'd say, they'd give you one and they'd say, this is a 10 keyless keyboard. And I'd say, those are words that I don't understand what they mean. And then I'd have to go research and figure it out and go, so it's just missing the numpad, but it has all the other stuff. And gamers really like that. I'm sure I've said this before, but gamers like that because normally you are using W, A, S, and D to move your character and your mouse to look. And so if those can be closer together, it's a little bit more comfortable versus being further away. And so some gamers really like that, that the 10 keys are gone. So you'll see that a lot with gaming style keyboards is they'll go for the 10 keyless option. But yeah, this one I've kind of moved on. I don't know if this one was yours or not, but 15.
I think it is. Oh yeah, it looks like without the mouse. Oh wait a minute, it's even cheap without the mouse. It's $37, but there's a coupon.
And there's a 15% off coupon.
Wow, that really drops it down.
Yeah.
Holy cow! It's a nice keyboard. It's nice and clicky, and touch typing is very fast on it.
That looks great. I also like the bezel, how small and compact the around the keyboard is, and having that little light to tell you caps lock is on is important.
Yes, when you're doing password, I love it when you type in a password and there's no little I that you can click so you know what your password you typed.
Yes.
So with that keyboard, I would have to type something in WordPad to see if the number lock was on or off.
Right. Right.
Anyway.
No, that's great. That's fantastic.
Yeah, the little LED light is a big help.
That's great. And I mean, the reviews, there are 37,000 reviews. God, they must sell. I mean, how many people review a product? But don't, like, how many people buy the product? What's the ratio there? Because they must have sold, I'm going to guess 5% of people that buy the product review the product.
Yeah.
So, because I've never reviewed a product. That's a lot of people. That
is a lot of,
like 6 million units or something.
Yeah.
Or 600,000 units or whatever. It's great. That's awesome. And all good. It looks like 4.5 out of 5. That's what I mean to say. It's great. Fantastic.
Pretty decent.
So you are done on your keyboard search. This is the one.
I am done. I have it now.
That's
Unless
great.
someone comes up with a 4.5 keyless. I don't know. No, I'm happy.
Some other numbered keyless. Yeah. Very good. Awesome. Good to know.
Okay.
And then, I forgot.
Visit. Yeah.
The next gadget is mine because we are going back to CES, baby. This will be the last of the CES gadgets. We have no more. So this one was a fun one, though. So let's check it out. Here we are at CES Unveiled 2023, and we're taking a look at Circular. So tell me a little bit about what we're looking at.
All right, so this is a wellness and health smart ring. So this is a ring you just put on your finger and just let it be. It's going to take a bunch of biometrics every 2 minutes and give you personal insights into how to improve your sleep, your physical activity, and your health.
So what type of things does this measure?
Well, there's a lot. There's in total 142 metrics.
142? Did I hear that right?
Yeah, but we want to make it easy for people to understand. The problem with all of these devices is that they're going to just throw at you a bunch of raw metrics and graphs. You need to do the homework to understand what it means. We crunch all of the numbers together and tell you in very plain English, hey, this is the metric you need to improve your sleep, and this is how you're going to do it.
That's incredible. So tell me about, like, what is it like to actually use this product? How long does it take to charge? How long does the battery last? That type of thing.
So we wanted to make it as easy as possible. So just download the app on the App Store or Google Play, put the ring on, and that's it. It's going to detect automatically when you're wearing it or not, and so tell you or measure your data when you wear it or not. Now, in terms of battery life, sizing, etc., we have 8 different sizes. We send you a sizing kit before we ship the ring for you to know your size. And it's 4 days of autonomy, so you can just charge it whenever. For example, I charge it when I take a shower. It's only 45 minutes of charging time. It's customizable. You can change the skin of the ring if you want to make it your own. You can do some engraving soon also on the ring. So.
That's really awesome. Okay, and is this more focused at just capturing sort of everyday stats, or is this something that could actually track workouts and like activity as if I go for a run, is it going to capture that?
It's going to do all of that. So we do all-day tracking, all-night tracking, and we look at short-term trends, but also long-term trends. So I'd say it's both, really. Yeah.
Fantastic. And then are y'all in the market now?
Yes, we had a bunch of pre-orders, so we're going through it. If you place an order on our website now, you're going to wait probably a couple of weeks. But yes, we're delivering right now.
And what's the price point?
It's $279, and it's no subscription, just $279.
$279, no subscription, and the skins you mentioned, like there's different styles. What do those range at?
It's $29. So we're just starting off with 4 different colors. It's made of titanium. So if I take my ring, I have a black one on it. I just can take it off and can replace it with any other skin I bought. So we're starting off with gold, rose gold, silver, and black, and we're going to expand the collection soon.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was on mute. There you go. So I think this is pretty cool. I think that the big differentiator here is how well the app works, how the biometrics are stored, and really it's kind of because there are other smart rings out there. Aura is the other big competitor that I can think of. So here's this is circular. And so you can kind of see inside the ring you have like a few gadgets to actually take the data. And then that shell, there's a shell on it, and that's the skin that he was talking about. The chargers, extra shells, that sort of stuff. This all looks really, really nice. The big thing here is that this is $284, right, for this model. Here's Aura. This is their competitor. So their Heritage ring, which is the one that has this bump on it, that one is $300. So not a big price difference there.
No,
They're pretty close in price. I think that if you get other options, I thought there was a matte version that was a little bit more expensive than $300, but I might be misremembering. And then they also have, this version without the bump, where that is just a pure circle, and that one cost $50 extra.
You know what, Chad? That up there, though, says plus membership.
Yes. So that was one thing that he mentioned, is that there is no membership with the circular ring. And with Aura, there is a $6 a month membership. So you have to factor that in as well. The big reason why I'm kind of bringing this up is Aura is known in the industry. Aura has been around for a while.
Oh, okay.
Their app is very well made. I have seen many, many friends and people out and about with the Aura ring because I was thinking about getting one, basically. And so I've seen this one around. And then the circular ring I really have not seen around, which kind of gives me a little bit of a pause. Is like, okay, is it worth it to, if I'm going to spend $180 on a ring, I want to make sure that the app, that the whole ecosystem within the ring is good. And so I have seen less about this ring than the other. So just to give everybody the information that they may need if they're looking at buying this. And it seems great.
And how is it communicating with the phone?
Bluetooth LE.
Just Bluetooth only? Okay.
Yeah, so it'll use Bluetooth to communicate with your phone. And it from what I understand, it kind of can buffer some data. So, it'll keep all that on the ring, and then every once in a while, it'll communicate with your phone to kind of download and send all that data to your phone all at once. And this one having a 4-day battery life is fantastic, and keeping all that sort of stuff together. I personally love one feature of my Apple Watch, which is that when I am in a workout and I am working out and I am on the elliptical or doing crunches or whatever, I can set it into a mode where it is capturing basically more data than it would every day, right? It kind of goes into like a pro mode and really keeps track of everything that I'm doing. And I kind of wish that these rings had that same feature, but all of them are basically kind of a snapshot of the whole day. They're more of a summary of kind of everything, instead of like, this worked out right here, you were doing this, which is just how they work. So there you go, circular. is that's the last gadget from CES. Circular XYZ is the website. XYZ is the .com. Circular .xyz instead of .com, .xyz. Circular .xyz.
I use the onion ring, and I find it's good because if you work out, you can just eat it when you're done.
It's some carbs,
for nutrition. Yeah.
I was thinking of going for the knockoff version of that, the Funyun ring. Just because, you know, I just thought that would
Those
be a little
jokey
bit
things
nicer.
to keep you going. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay, back to you for the last of the
Okay, it's a
three
quickie little
gadgets.
what the heck is it? And a gadget that I find very useful.
Oh.
All right, we're going to do a quickie. What the heck is it? Dennis?
What?
A shelf?
Those look like a shelf.
A shelf. Well, actually, you use it like this.
What?
Oh, it's an upside down shelf.
Actually,
Still a shelf. No?
it is a toilet paper holder for the big rolls. And I'll show you another way we took care of that problem, and then we'll come back to this.
I
This is
like
something
that
we did
a
a
lot.
while back. Okay, I left it here. All right. So what it was a little chain device that you put through a roll of paper towels, of toilet paper, the big fat ones, and then it just hung over your current toilet paper holder, which will not take a giant roll. So this was kind of an unsightly way to have the big roll. And then when the big roll gets smaller, you swap it up here and put another giant roll down there. So Dennis liked this idea really well. So he bought one too.
I love
Since
that.
I threw my box out, we're going to open his box and you can see what you get. All right, so it comes with 2 screws and looks like little caps to hide the ends of the screws. Oh, it comes with glue if you want to actually stick it onto the wall.
Glue it onto the
And then
wall.
it comes with a little device in its own little package. And something new that's happened in the past week is that I see now they also make it in black. Okay, so I'm going to put mine up with, are you ready for this? I'm going to try it with atomic tape. The dreaded
Alien
atomic
tape. Oh,
Oh,
no.
Alien is up
Tape, that's-
incorrectly with atomic tape. And look,
Alien
I got
tape,
the
sorry.
atomic tape off. It actually rolled off.
Wow.
Dennis, show the back of that now.
It's
what we did
basically
with the back
atomic
of
tape
this.
because
We did
how are you going to
3
get that
thick
stuff off?
sheets of atomic tape. It was
Alien.
a different unbranded. Okay. Atomic tape has no branding. So now we're going to stick it onto the wall. We're doing it above the other toilet paper holder.
So good.
And that looks straight. That looks good. And we'll see how long it holds up. Okay, so I bought a Charmin Mega Roll. These are the big guys.
The big ones.
Yeah.
Six
It
rolls in
just
one.
Clears, okay?
That's it.
Yeah, it clears okay. Now, I did read in some of the reviews, if you pull the paper off to the side,
Yeah, it'll fall
Okay.
off.
the paper roll will fall off, okay? So I have a bunch of these clips, all right? It won't
Oh!
happen. If you pull the paper straight out, it's fine.
Or
But
away
if
from you.
you're at an angle, this will stop it from pulling the roll off. That's it. And
I like
this is-
that.
I'm using the phone now to film this. This is perfect size to lay a phone or whatever you want.
I
And
like that a lot.
inexpensive. We'll go to the computer and see how much.
And that's Chad's going to do
Oh,
that.
there you go. Well, you finished your business. So that's all that
Yes.
matters.
Yes.
I like this because I hate getting in there with that tiny little spring-loaded cylinder.
That shoots out
And
either side.
I hate that thing.
Yes.
And I have not updated a single toilet paper roll thing in my house. They're all the exact same ones, and then every time I change it, you know, it's sometimes just like it's just too lazy. I can just sit this thing here on top of it. Yeah, that happens too often at my place. So this is great, easy to switch out. You get a little shelf. Because yeah, setting down your phone, that happens all the time. That's great.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
And there are a lot of, it's got 4 out of 5 stars, only 32 people. And as I said, they added black, actually just within the last week. And surprisingly, there's an Amazon Basics version of this that's $25. So I'm not quite sure what's going on.
That is so funny. Is this it?
Yeah.
No, this is a different version.
But it's kind of interesting that suddenly there are dozens of these.
Yeah. I agree.
But I like the shape of the one that I like. I like that the shelf is a little bit enclosed on the top.
Yeah.
Oh, there are a ton
There's
of
a ton of them. Why is it? Okay, maybe I'm just crazy here, but why is it does the toilet paper roll have to be on its side? Can't you put it like, you know, it's always can it go like that? And then it seems like it would solve so many problems. It's just maybe I need to invent it and start a Kickstarter.
Yeah, I guess momentum makes it unroll easier.
I guess, yeah.
I'm not
There's
sure.
a
I don't even
ton of these. This is crazy.
Yeah, and they're growing. Actually, you're seeing more now than a week ago.
Somebody caught on and started flooding the market.
I guess when they see, wow.
This is the Amazon's choice.
Look, you get a marble top.
Marble. I think that is a nice marble sticker, would be my guess.
Yeah, exactly. You could make your own with contact paper.
Yeah. Decent.
But it does solve the problem of those. And now it's getting harder to find the smaller rolls. So you end up with the big rolls. Yes.
The big rolls are like the standard. Like if you are going to buy a pack of 9, it's going to be in the big rolls. This is great. Love it. This is a great little gadget everyone should know about. It's perfect. It's good. What the heck is it?
Yes.
With that, we're headed into...
You know you don't need it, but you might want it at Chad's Crappy Corner. Get it.
Okie dokie. I may have made a mistake here. I don't know if we can get out of the Crappy Corner theme. 1 second. There we go. Okay, my fingers have become a little bit wider than normal. Let's go to the video. 1 second. I got videos. Okay, hopefully my big old fingers won't get in the way. Here we go. Here's the video from earlier. Hey Dickie D, so we are here with the last of our fire gadgets. And today we are taking a look at these guys. These are gloves that are rated for very, very high temperatures. So the idea behind these gloves is that they are really used for barbecue pits and areas that you're going to be dealing with a lot of heat. They can go up to 900 and I believe it's 30 degrees for 15 seconds. So here's what the gloves actually look like. They're nice and rubberized, very rubberized. Inside there is like a wool feeling insulation, and so you can kind of put them on. They're a little bit big, they're a little bit stiff, and honestly the Amazon reviews reviewed them because they smelled weird. I don't feel like they smell all that weird, but that was something that was mentioned in the Amazon reviews. So right now I have a fire going. It's actually going really well. I have been using the fire starter that we reviewed a little while ago, but let's say I want this to burn just a little bit better. So I have some cardboard that I want to add into the fire, and we'll just start with one piece. So I should be able, hopefully, to grab some wood and kind of move it for just a second, very quickly. Grab another piece, move it out of the way. I can bend up this cardboard and then put it into the fire where I want it to go. And honestly, I feel very safe. I'm not feeling any heat or anything like that. looks pretty good. And I can quickly kind of put, now, it does say only 15 seconds, and, you know, I'm really trying to be kind of quick and fast with my movements, but I was able to do that, and honestly, I feel fantastic. I don't feel any heat at all. It feels like when I just put them on. There's some soot on there, but that's really about it. And that is how I would use these gloves personally, is just to be able to kind of reach in and move log around kind of quickly. So there you go. That is the Rapika safety products. The barbecue gloves for the last of my fire gadgets. Back to you guys. So there you go. Some people in the reviews were going a little bit further than I did, where, gosh, some of these photos I was looking at them, I swear they were just picking up the coals. You got a lot of people that saying that they melted. By the way.
Oh my God.
So I do think that the quick nature of it is important. Like, get in there, move your thing.
Yeah.
It's not completely indestructible. But like this person right here, they're literally holding a coal. You know what I mean? Like, you can kind of, I don't know how much to trust it, because there are a lot of melted gloves on these Amazon reviews, but for the way that I was working the fire, I think that that's perfect. It's just kind of quickly. They're not 100% fireproof, but they will help you with those really, really hot situations.
Wow.
Now
And how much did they cost? I didn't even see.
$22 for the gloves. And all of their product imaging, let's see, 932 degrees. They don't show you picking up logs at all. This is like hot meat. More hot meat. Boiling water. Boiling water is definitely something they show a lot. So, you know, just grabbing this corn out of the boiling water. Because they are waterproof as well, because they're completely rubberized. That was a big thing. And so you can just take normal hand soap and put them on the gloves, and then just wash your hands as you normally would, just with the gloves on, because all of this is rubber. So you can, you know, you don't have to worry about liquids and things like that. Also in their video, they showed like deep frying a turkey, for example. You can really get in there with the heat, with the oil and stuff like that. So there you go. So anyway, I thought these fire gloves are perfect for me.
No.
Someone who wants to kind of get in there and move around some stuff. These fire gloves seemed absolutely perfect for what I like to do. There you go. The Rapika barbecue gloves that can withstand.
Well, you know, if they're good up to 932 degrees, boiling wood is only 212 degrees.
That's kind of what I thought.
Like nothing.
That's like nothing.
I don't even need the gloves. This is
I know. Yeah. And also, like, if I'm doing like a steak, typically the gauge is reading like 500 degrees, and that's like the hottest I get my grill at. So, yeah, I was thinking that was pretty safe for that. So you go. That is the last of the fire gadgets. We have a short month this month. So next month will be a whole new theme. I'm going to be asking the patrons what the theme should be. So become a patron today. With that, let's move on to Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Our Gadget Warehouse is from our most loyal and frequent contributor, Mo Torres, who I just looked up and see he is in chat.
Woo-hoo!
Here's a gadget that he thinks you and I will like, Chad.
Ooh.
So let's watch his video.
Hey guys, love the show. Please keep up the great work. Just want to show you a new device that I just obtained, which is a phone and tablet backup device. This is the actual device. This is all that comes with the device. I actually should show you. This is all that comes in the box. Just this in. That's it. You're going to need to purchase a micro SD card. As for me, I purchased a 1 terabyte micro SD card because I back up 3 tablets and four tablets and 3 phones.
Wow.
So I need all the space I can. So how you use this device, it's amazing. It works very well. Android and Android and iOS, no issues whatsoever to back up all your photos on your phone. Tablet. So as you saw, that's the micro SD card. You put it in there. Then you have to get your own power source. So this is mine, and you just plug it in just like that. Then you get your phone.
It's a pass through. That's cool.
And basically, you get a power source. You plug in your device here. Okay, it's plugged in. Then you get your cable. You plug it into your phone. And the backups should start pretty quickly.
So it'll back up and charge.
Yeah.
Begin backup. And that's it. And you will back up your phone to this actual micro SD card in the actual device. Once your backup is done, you just disconnect the power source. This will work even on a USB hub or an actual computer itself. You can plug it in and obtain power that way. And you can export all the photos and videos that you put in here. It creates a folder for the specific item that you're backing up. So for me, I named it iPhone 12 Pro Max. You could do the same thing with every other phone you have or tablet. And then you just plug this in and all the files will be on your computer and you can do whatever you want with them. You can upload them to Google, Amazon, whatever have you. You can do what I do is actually put the actual photos that I back up to this on an on a NAS device that I have where I have all my pictures.
Yeah.
Great backup device, works very well. The nice thing is that you can charge your phone or your tablet while you're doing the backup. This is my usual backup device, but the problem I have with this is that it actually, sometimes when I'm backing up my phone, if it's too many things that I'm backing up, I will run out of power during the backup. With this, you never will. You can leave it overnight backing up, and it does a great job. It's only limited by the micro SD card space. You can get up to a 2 terabyte micro SD card.
Which is insane.
I haven't found a 2 terabyte micro SD card, but I did get a 1 terabyte. All right, I hope you liked the video. I hope it helps. I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye now.
Thank you, Mo. That's great.
Yeah, the chat room, 2 people are already set to buy one. So let's see. Oh, it's $65.
Uh-huh. And that does not include the micro SD card, but
so what does a 1 terabyte card cost?
Only $107. That seems, it's a lot, but it's a terabyte.
Yeah.
That is a terabyte. Here's the thing, is my phone is 256. I have, like the step up from the base new model iPhone. I think it's the 13 Pro Max. And then I think that it starts at 128 gigabytes, and I have the 256. So I don't even need, if I was backing up this entire phone, if I only had one device, you don't need a 1 terabyte card. I would assume you just need, unless the phone offloads the photos and then deletes the photos, but in most cases, I feel like, you basically just need the size of your phone. And that would be a lot less expensive, $26 for 256. So that is really cool. And it does look like Mo also sent over the app. So you'll download the app and then use that as the interface to start your backups and whatnot. Honestly, this is such a great idea that I'm shocked that Apple and Google have not come up with their own version of this.
You know what? Years ago, I got at Pepcom, it was called the meme charging cable that had in the middle a big hump that was memory. and as you charge your device, it put whatever it was on your phone, whatever device you were charging, it saved all the files from it. But then you had to plug that into a computer to download stuff from it. And then I believe they went out of business.
Uh-oh.
So this is a great solution.
Yeah.
Because you have the card that can go anywhere, and you don't have to worry about even if the company went out of business, all your files are still on a micro SD card. So
Yes.
it's great.
Yes,
it's great.
Exactly.
No, that's super.
That is great. And Marsworm does make a good point, and he says the reason Apple and Google don't do this is they want you to buy their cloud, which is a monthly subscription, which, yes, it is very true, is they want you to get iCloud or I forget the Google storage name of it, Drive or, whatever the expanded, Google One? Is that what it is? What is the Google? I don't remember.
Oh,
but anyway,
Google One. I think it is Google One.
So there you go. That's great. QB, QUBII is the name of the product. QUBII. That's great. So for less than $100, you can have a backup system. It seems good. That seems great. Very nice. Thank you, Mo, for sending that over. How can people send in more videos?
Okay, so if you would like to win the current issue of Mad Magazine, just make a video like Mo, 1 to 3 minutes, okay? Make sure we can see the gadget and hear your voice. You can be in it if you want, but you don't have to be. And it's anything to do with a gadget, a brand new gadget like Mo showed us. Or last week we had a guy who bought an old Bolex camera for like $1, he said, and found out it worth
I went to another flea market and I looked everywhere for an old camera. That was definitely on my mind. That was such a good buy that I was just like, I need to go see if I could find the camera.
Unbelievable. Yeah, something you bought at a flea market, or our favorite is something that's in the attic or in the cellar or the closet that you spent a fortune on and is now like a joke. Yeah. But it's always fun to see, wow, imagine how crazed we were when we found out that a phone had 30 gigabytes of memory.
I have one that I don't know if I still own this, but when I was in high school, I bought Final Cut Pro. My parents bought for me Final Cut Pro 7. And I think they got anyway, doesn't matter. They got Final Cut Pro 7 for me. This thing came in a box that was this big. It was software. It was a huge box. And it weighed a ton. Why did it weigh a ton? Because they shipped you encyclopedia style and sized user manuals about the software. Yeah. The software user manual was, that's all it took up. I mean, it took up this huge amount of space. There's multiple volumes about how to use the software. That sort of stuff would be very cool to see. If you have any of those things, God, you spend a ton of money on, would be great. Can't get rid of it.
Yes, that would be great. And so just put it up on YouTube. When you upload to YouTube, there's a drop-down menu. Hit unlisted, and you'll get a URL and send that to us. Unlisted means only people with the URL can watch it. Don't click private. Then only you can watch it. Mail at gizwiz.tv. Mail at gizwiz.tv. And I'm pretty sure we're almost out of videos. So do it by next Thursday.
Do it now. Thank you so much. Okay. With that, let's move on to the letter.
Become the letters, your lovely letters. Become the Giz Wiz letters now.
Okay, Sean William writes us. He is talking about the show title of show 1921 a couple of weeks ago, which we titled It's in the Bag.
Yes.
And Sean said, Dick and Chad, there's a funny coincidence about the title It's in the Bag. That is the title of New Zealand's longest running game show.
Oh.
The game is hosted by Selwyn Toogood. Is that a showbiz name? Selwyn Toogood. Started in 1954 as radio, jumped to TV in 1973, stayed on to the mid-90s. The premise is relatively simple. Actually, this is a great premise. A contestant comes onto the stage and is asked 3 questions. If they get them correct, they get the choice of money or the bag.
Oh, my gosh.
And there are... This is very funny. There are 30 bags to choose from, okay? Some contain duds like a clothespin. The super bag has a high value prize. The host and contestant, no one knows what's in the bag. And then once you pick a bag, the host tries to buy it from you, not knowing what's in the bag. The show has minor alterations over the years, but the basic game remains the same. Thanks for the show. I hope you enjoyed this little dive into a bit of Kiwi history.
Kiwi history.
Sean Williams. I should do that at the warehouse when I have a clearance. There's a piece of crap in some of these bags. And the gadget Mo showed, we bought one of those, and it's in another one of the bags.
It sounds a lot like a cross between, like a game show and then just straight up Deal or No Deal, where you have the briefcase and then they try to buy the briefcase. The banker tries to buy the briefcase. Yes. That is so funny. That is great. Interesting. So it sounded like it is no more, but
it is no more. And then he said, if you look it on, I think you already did it already. He said you can find more about it on Wikipedia.
Yeah, that's crazy. I love New Zealand. I would love to go to New Zealand. Want to go to Auckland or anywhere in New Zealand. That sounds awesome. Thanks for sending that over. It's in the bag. I don't know why that's just a turn of phrase that I feel like is in everyone's vocabulary.
Yes. Yeah. Normally it means it's a done deal.
Done deal. You got it.
A done deal.
It's in the bag.
I had a job interview. How do you think you did? It's in the bag.
Right. Exactly.
You sure? Yeah. Because I had $1,000 and I put it in the bag and I gave it to the interviewer.
When all else fails, just, you got to grease the wheels sometimes. It's great.
That's right.
Thanks for sending that over. That's fantastic. It is in the bag. I want to say a big thank you to our patrons over at patreon.com/Giz Wiz. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. If you like the Giz Wiz, please consider giving back at patreon.com/Giz Wiz or head on over to our website, gizwiz.tv. Click on the Patreon tab, and there's a big old banner that'll take you to our Patreon page. Some people want to give a one-time donation. You can do that via PayPal. You head to that same place, gizwiz.tv, Patreon tab, and there will be a PayPal link on that web page for you to donate that way. Thank you guys so much. Start of year 18. We'll keep on going as you guys are still here, as long as you guys are still here. So thank you guys so much for the support. Speaking of gizwiz.tv, that's where you can watch the show live just about every Thursday, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time. We are live right now with the show, so you can watch along and chat with everybody. The chat room is just below the live player. The website will update automatically when it is time. Once again, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time, if you want to catch the show as we record it. If you don't catch the show as we are recording, we have all the episodes up there at our website, gizwiz.tv. Head on over to gizwiz.biz, that's Dickie D's website, where he writes up articles about all of the gadgets that we cover on the show. But if you are listening to this episode, this is the last chance you have to play What the Heck Is It? This is the official. We love to tease. Even this episode, we did a miniature What the Heck Is It? This is the official What the Heck Is It game. And this is really the last weekend that you can try, because at the end of February, we're getting a new gadget going into March. So get on over there and guess. This is the gadget, the entire gadget, not just a piece or part of the gadget. You're looking at all of the gadget here. So get a guessing. I don't mean to give it away right here at the very end of the show, but this is a travel electric coil, so that if you ever need to like boil a pot of water or get some cooking done on the go, you can just shove this end into any electrical socket, and it'll just start getting hot, real hot, boil the water. So if you think you know what this is, get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz. 6 Mad magazines for correct answers, 12 Mad magazines for funny, clever, hilarious, or interesting answers. So get a guessing. That is 18 Mad magazines up for grabs. So get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz. I think that wraps it up for our show. So we'll see you next week.
I'll be here.